But first, and this is new this morning, controversial Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene issuing her first comments in D.C. since being stripped of her committee assignments. The rare move by House Democrats coming amid backlash over her comments in the past, spreading false information about school shootings and election results, and her support for social posts endorsing violence against top Democrats. Joe Ripley is live outside the Georgia State Capitol for us. And Joe, before she was removed from those two committees, she denounced some of her previous comments on the House floor. What was her tone today? I know she just wrapped up that press conference a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, she just wrapped up those comments, and she even took a few questions a moment ago. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman representing the 14th District, tried to pretty much change the narrative about her, change the perception. She mentioned that she was a mother of three several times, mentioning she was a Christian as well, really trying to separate and distance herself from those controversial comments she made both in public and on social media surrounding various conspiracy theories. She said she was fine being kicked off those committees because she thought it was a waste of time. She believes her conservative voice and the voice of those people in her district who she represents would not have been heard on those committees. Keeping in mind, as you mentioned, this is the first time we have heard from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene publicly since she was stripped of those committee assignments. Earlier today, she actually took to Twitter this morning, calling Democrats and the 11 Republicans who passed the vote, quote, morons for giving someone like her free time. Greene tweeted she didn't feel confident in conservative Republicans having a voice on the committees, but she said she felt betrayed. In a later tweet, since taken off of Twitter, Greene mentioned a, quote, fed up GOP base keeping a list of Republicans who voted for President Trump's impeachment and for her committee removal, predicting a split. GOP could cost them a majority in 2022.
Speech matters. Free speech really matters. And yesterday, when the Democrats and 11 of my Republican colleagues decided to strip me of my committee assignments, Education and Labor and the Budget Committee, you know what they did? They actually stripped my district of their voice. They stripped my voters of having representation to work for them for the budget.
Also in her comments, Greene accusing the media of spreading hate and trying to divide the country. She also criticized the government over its wasteful spending and some of its policies. She said she still plans to build more support while she is off those committees. She is still elected. She is still in Congress, so she is able to vote on legislation. She just won't have that influence or persuasion anymore. But she said that she would stick largely to GOP party lines when it comes to issues like abortion, gun rights, and immigration.
And there are still efforts underway to expel her entirely. Joe Ripley, thank you.